Chapter 46. Mouse blood. Yes. Despereaux stood at the top of the dungeon and peered in the darkness. "Oh," he said. "Oh, my." He had forgotten how dark the dungeon could be. He'd forgotten the terrible smell, the rats, the odor of suffering. But his heart was full of love for the princess. His stomach was full of soup, cooked soup, and Despereaux felt brave and strong. So he began immediately, without despair, the hard work of maneuvering the spool of thread down the narrow dungeon steps. Down, down, down went Despereaux tilling in the spool of thread, slowly. And the passage was dark, dark, dark. Slowly, oh, so slowly. I just heard the author use a strategy there. Do you know what strategy the author just used there?
No, sir.
What's that?
No.
Anybody? I just heard the author use the repeat strategy. Listen, slowly, oh, so slowly. The author said something important more than once. Listen, the passage was dark, dark, dark. There's that rule of 3 where the author repeated the same thing to show how important it was. Listen to this. Down, down, down went Despereaux tilling in the spool of thread. By using that repeating strategy, the author is showing the importance of how Despereaux feels in this moment. How does Despereaux feel in this moment? Bad?
Scared.
Scared?
Bad.
Why is he doing this?
Save princess.
To save the princess. So do you think Despereaux is hopeful?
Brave.
Yeah.
Brave.
Do you think he
Brave.
brave?
Brave.
Yes, it
Brave.
says he was very brave. I will tell myself a story, said Despereaux. I will make some light. It will begin this way. Once upon a time. Yes, once upon a time, there was a mouse. A very, very small mouse. Exceptionally small. There's that repeat strategy again. Very, very small. Exceptionally small. And there was a beautiful human princess whose name was P. And so it happened the mouse was the one who selected by fate to serve the princess, to honor her, and to save her from the darkness of the terrible dungeon. The story cheered Despereaux up considerably. His eyes became accustomed to the gloom. He moved down the stairs more quickly, whispering to himself the tale of a devious rat and a fat serving girl, a beautiful princess and a brave mouse, some soup and a spool of red thread. It was a story, in fact, very similar to the one you're reading right now, and the telling of it gave Despereaux strength. He pushed the spool of thread with great gusto, and the thread, eager perhaps to begin its honorable task of aiding in the saving of a princess, leapt away from the mouse and went down the dungeon stairs without him. "No!" cried Despereaux. "No, no, no!" He broke into a trot, chasing the thread down into the darkness. The spool had a head start. It was faster. It flew down the dungeon stairs, leaving Despereaux far behind. When he came to the stairs, it rolled, until finally, lazily, it came to stop at the paw of a rat. "What have we here?" said the one-eared rat to the spool of thread. "I will tell you what we have," said Botticelli Remorso. "How delightful! We have red thread." Red means one thing to a rat. He put his nose in the air and sniffed. I smelled. Could it be? Yes. Soup. How strange. And I smelled tears. Human tears, delightful. And I detect, he put his nose in the air and took a big whiff, flour and oil. What a smell of scents. But below it all, what do I smell? Unmistakably, mouse blood. Ha ha! Exactly, mouse! Botticelli looked down at the spool of thread and smiled. He gave it a gentle push with one paw. Red thread, yes, exactly. Just when you think life in a dungeon couldn't get any better, a mouse arrived.